今という時間の経過だったりとか、あとは
Yuzuru Hanyu, 28, who won the figure skating men's Winter Olympics for the second time in a row and announced to turn professional on July 19th last year, posted a message of gratitude on the official Twitter at midnight on the 19th. Yuzuru Hanyu showing a smile. It's been a year since he made the decision to turn pro. Thank you very much for your support and watching over the past year. I will continue to do my best so that you will want to see it again. Keep evolving. From now on, thank you. Yuzuru Hanyu. As original. After turning professional, he has opened new ground as a professional, such as the extremely unusual solo ice show prologue, and the success of his solo performance gift at the Tokyo Dome, the first ever first skater in history, in February of this year. A series of surprises and a new world of free Yuzuru Hanyu is beautiful, the reporter in charge saw the first year after turning professional. It feels like a year and still feels like a year. I have decided to continue skating as a professional athlete. July 19, 2022. Yuzuru Hanyu made a statement on stage. The past year has been full of surprises and new worlds. Now I can understand what he said at the conference. It's kinda strange, isn't it? Figure skating is something that only amateurs are active, and I think it's really strange. Becoming a professional, if you say that it means retiring, it's not like that. I think it's the same. Rather, it's a start from here, and I'm thinking about how I can show myself from now on. I think it's important to say how much you can do your best. I couldn't imagine it at the time, because it's something no one has done before. After that, Hanyu did something unprecedented and changed the concept of a professional skater. The beginning is a one-man show prologue. In the Tokyo Dome performance gift, which he also served as executive producer, he skated alone for 2.5 hours, and spun the half of his life in the future. In Natsulata, he sent out the light of hope from his hometown of Miyagi Prefecture. On the important day of 3.11, I put my thoughts on skating, which can be said to be a word for Yuzuru Hanyu. On that day, he affirmed that he had no regrets about competing and hated the word retirement. It's not going to end at all. It's not like I'm retiring or anything. I'm going to get better from here, and I'll do my best to give a performance that makes people think it's worth watching. Please continue to support me from now on. As if freed from the rules, he expressed himself freely and innovatively on the ice. It was a year that presented new possibilities for figure skating. When I was an amateur, I saw him giving his all to the exhibition after the game. I have been a professional since then. During group dance practice the morning after the competition, they repeated sharp movements endlessly as they learned the choreography. She was desperate to deliver a once-in-a-lifetime slip to those who came to see her. Overriding all the best because I became a professional. The uncompromising skating life will never change. She continues to do beautiful quads in her shows. I still remember the look on Hanyu's face the day after the decision was made. I waited for Hanyu at Japan Sports Olympic Square. The voice that said thank you for your hard work and the aura that was emitted were refreshing. When she asked me to take a picture on the way home, she readily agreed. The smile that waved both hands from inside the car was very soft and warm. I saw a bright future in her decision to pursue her ideal figure skating while cherishing her heart. He has been a professional since his days as a competitor, and remains an active athlete even after turning professional. He continues to be Yuzuru Hanyu. At the end of her message this time, she said, "From now on, I will always aim for my ideal, and I will continue to update my ideal." Their second professional season will also be talked about in skating. Free Hanyu Yuzuru is beautiful. Yuzuru Hanyu's main activities after turning professional on July 19, 2022, a press conference was held in Tokyo to announce her conversion to professional. On August 7, the official YouTube channel Hanyu Yuzuru was opened. On August 10, she held a public sheer practice at Ice Rink Sendai, where she showed off her skating as a professional skater for the first time. On November 4 and 5, she appeared in her first one-man show prologue in Yokohama. December 2nd, 3rd and 5th prologue performance in Hachino. On February 26, 2011, the first ever solo performance of a skater in Tokyo Dome, gift was held. She enthusiastically performed 12 performances including 2 new songs for 2.5 hours. Tickets were sold out and 35,000 people attended. From March 10th to 12th, he chaired the ice show Hanyu Yuzuru Natsulata, held at Sekisui Heim Super Arena in Miyagi. March 30th to April 9th appeared in the ice show Stars on Ice in Osaka, Iwate and Kanagawa. May 26th to June 25th appeared in the ice show Fantasy on Ice in Chiba, Miyagi, Niigata, and Hyogo. What is the presence of non-standard? Yuzuru Hanyu 28, who won 2 consecutive Olympic gold medals in men's figure skating, celebrated a year since turning professional on the 19th. In February, he held a solo performance gift at the Tokyo Dome for the first time in the history of skateboarding, attracting many fans. This paper requested Shinyu Kato, associate professor of the Faculty of Economics, Yamaguchi University, to calculate the economic effect in line with the timing of the milestone. When I analyzed the data in collaboration with the students of Kato's seminar in the first year of turning professional, a surprising number popped up. Yuzuru Hanyu's resale who also appeared in a magazine featuring him. Associate Professor Kato and 8 seminar students spent 10 days analyzing the economic effects of Hanyu's one-year conversion to pro on Japan as a whole from 3 perspectives: ice shows, commercials, advertisements, books, magazines, photo books. First, the ice show. Ticket income, utility costs, venue costs, labor costs, goods costs, sponsorship money, etc. earned at 5 performances, including solo, performed in 1 year are classified according to conditions. As for the part where the detailed figures are unknown, a trial calculation was made by comparing with similar data, and it reached about 12,622 million yen. Even for commercials and advertisements, the amount was as expected. Has been appointed to 10 projects, including short-term and long-term, including KOS, a major cosmetics company. CM appearance fee is assumed to be 100 million yen per annual contract fee, and 65 million yen per contract fee per course. Furthermore, when we added the support money from the sponsor and calculated it, it was about 2,138 million yen. For books, magazines, and photo books, the calculation is based on the total sales for the 2 months after the sale. Even though we adjusted the figures by dividing the figures according to the size of the posting space, so as not to overestimate, the simple sales amounted to about 1.5 billion yen, and the economic effect is about 2.863 billion yen when labor costs are added. Became. Summing up these 3 perspectives, Hanyu's economic effect on Japan as a whole in just 1 year is a whopping 17.623 billion yen. The breakdown is said to have increased Japan's gross domestic product, GDP, by about 9.405 billion yen, and increased the income of employees working in Japan by about 4,449 billion yen. One of the seminar students said, "Before I calculated it, I thought it would reach or fall short of 10 billion yen. I was pessimistic because the figure skating population is by no means large, but when I analyzed it, I found that the figure of 10 billion was not at all possible," he said with astonishment. This number is an exception among the exceptions for an individual. Considering that the economic effect information website Economic Effect Net estimated the economic effect of soccer J2 Sendai, which is based in Hanyu's hometown Miyagi, last season at about 14,882 million yen, Hanyu's figure is in a different order. It can be said that, in response to this result, Associate Professor Kato said, "In collecting data, I felt again that Mr. Hanyu is active in a wide range of fields, not just ice shows. Through this analysis, I think that the strength of Mr. Hanyu's influence is still alive and well," I pointed out. On top of that, he expressed his expectations for his success after the 2nd year, saying, "There are ways to use SNS, etc., but I would like to pay attention to how Mr. Hanyu's charm will be communicated in the future. I wonder what kind of world Hanyu, who has always shined in unknown territory, will show us next."
自分が生きていく中でのテーマだったりとか、自分がスケートっていうものに向き合って